Hey! Welcome to a new Streamisho.
Hi everybody.
Hey, that's Jasper. I'm Robin. Jasper, what do you do here?
I'm a game designer. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
What about you?
Sweet.
I have the sweet job, yeah.
I'm a producer.
Oh, really?
It's a little less sweet, but still fine. And behind the keyboard, typing in the chats, is Koen.
Hello.
Koen says hello.
Koen.
Is an animator here.
Yeah.
He makes pretty sweet stuff.
So when I do this, I wave at you guys. But also behind the camera, there's a Koen.
Koen's waving back. We're already stalling. We have a pretty packed show today.
Yep.
Because today is going to be all about Awesomenauts 4.4. It's the next big update. Today is when we launched the beta for it. Last week we already showed you some cool stuff. Daily missions.
Yep.
Life tiles. And today we're going to show you the coolest thing yet for this update.
The biggest part.
But before we do that, let's talk about the clock that's in the bottom left. There we go. Koen's on the ball today. The clock counts down from 15 to 0. And when it hits 0, it's raffled site, which means Koen's going to draw 5 lucky winners that win skins or an announcer. And one of them will win a cool Roboscoop skin. And Jasper, what skins can people win today?
Well, to start off round 1, winners will get a Shinobi Rocco skin. Then for round 2, it'll be the Ghost House announcer.
Ooh.
Kind of spooky. And fitting. Well, it's a little early, but Halloween is coming, right? And finally, for the last skin, there's Arple.
Arple!
The pirate Durple, which is very cool.
Yeah, Ghost House announcer is a little early for Halloween. Arple is a little late because yesterday was Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Did you talk like a pirate yesterday? I didn't. Did we talk yesterday? I'm pretty sure we talked.
I know Alex came into the office talking like a pirate, and then he just sat down, and I think that was it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so when the counter hits 0, 5 lucky winners will get Shinobi Rocco skin, and after that, there's going to be a new skin.
Yep.
So back to 4.4. Oh, it's Cirque du Brawl!
Oh, you're right, it has a name.
Hello. Hello. There's a logo.
We had a whole script building up to this, but Awesomenauts 4.4 is called Cirque du Brawl, and obviously the big part of that is Brawl. Awesomenauts 4.4 is bringing weekly brawls to Awesomenauts, which means every week there's gonna be a super awesome new event with wacky rules on a cool or even a regular map. And it's going to be super cool. We've been trying it out here in the office. All of them are super fun and crazy.
Yeah, some of them are. There's a variety of brawls. Some of them are on the crazy side. Some of them are on the tweaks to the Nauts gameplay side. Just to have you experience different sides of the regular Awesomenauts and everything in between. And it's a lot of fun. And it changes every week.
Yeah.
So
it changes every week. Every week's going to be something different. We've got a whole bunch lined up right now, and we're going to test a whole bunch of them in the beta. And the beta is going live
now.
Well,
it should be now anyway.
Dear colleagues downstairs, please launch.
Please.
It's only my second coffee of the day. It's going to be fine. Please launch the beta so we can all play. And everyone can play the beta because it's an open beta. And if you want to play the beta, you have to go into your Steam library, right-click Awesomenauts, go to Properties, go to your DLC list.
Oh, DLC.
Make sure the Awesomenauts beta dual load beta PC or something. There's gonna be one DLC that has a real long name. You need to take that one, then head back to the beta tab and select beta.
Yeah, you kind of lost me there.
Sorry,
but I'm sure there's
it's on the forum somewhere.
Exactly.
Koen is probably pasting it somewhere.
Yep.
And if you download that, you can play some brawls with us.
Yep.
Because the brawls are usually going to be in a weekend, but during the beta, there's a new brawl every few days.
Yep. Every 2 days, I believe. And the first brawl that we're gonna kick off with is called
Girl Power!
Girl Power! Yeah, it's
We're probably not the best two people to
No.
pitch that, but it is called Girl Power,
hey.
and it's fun.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's well, it's mostly regular Awesomenauts, except it's all girls.
Yep,
Right?
you cannot select any non-female not.
Yeah.
That means you can play with Ayla, Coco, Raylan,
Xenia.
Xenia, Nibs, Benny. I think that's it.
Why
most
is
of
this
them?
list not in here?
I just prepared a blog post in which I did type the list.
I was about
Yep.
to say.
It's not here in the script.
X is not in there.
Yep.
Unless
I see
it's
Blato is very happy because Nibs is female
Yep.
for the next few days. Yeah. And,
So yeah, that's gonna be fun. We'll be playing that a little later once we've got enough people in the beta.
yeah.
So if you want to be one of the very first people to play the girls only brawl with
Yeah.
us, log into the game, get the beta, and queue for beta or for the brawl, because that's how it actually works.
Oh yeah.
You don't play beta or brawls through the custom game lobbies. You play it through matchmaking.
Yep.
Which makes it a whole lot easier.
Is so the game I'm seeing on screen is that the one people are having at home as well? Is that the,
Sorry, this?
Yeah.
Well, this is also nuts.
No, I mean, is this the beta version they have? Can we play with other people?
I think so. Yeah,
It should
that's
be.
kind of that was kind of the point. We're looking at the game. Kuhn should be able to show you what the game looks like nowadays, because 4.4 looks different.
Nice.
This is actually something that we showed off last week.
Yep.
If you didn't catch it, welcome to the new main menu. This part
Pew, 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 pew,
has
pew,
a
pew,
lot of
pew, pew, pew.
new banners that
hey.
kind of highlight your recent accomplishments and
Almost
some
level
new
up with
cool
10.
stuff. And that part,
Sorry, man.
that part up there lists your daily missions,
I timed it.
which are also a new feature in this update. Every day you get a new mission
Yep.
that challenges you to play regular matches in a specific way, or to get certain accomplishments, like in this case, for example, reaching 15,000 damage dealt to structures like turrets or a base.
Right.
And if you complete them, you get a certain number of awesome points,
Yep.
which is pretty sweet. And in this beta, if you complete these missions, you actually get the points for use in the regular game.
For reals.
For realsies.
Oh, crazy. Oh, very cool. I'm gonna play some beta.
Play some beta. And if you want to play some Brawl, there's actually good incentive to do so, because your first 4... I just read in the patch notes. The first 4 matches that you play in a Brawl award 4 times as many awesome points and experience.
Oh, wow.
So that's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I see. Yeah. The first 3 Brawl matches will award 4 times the points. So, as an extra incentive to,
Yeah, play some wacky stuff.
Yeah, can I try it?
Yeah, go for it. If you hit play, you can now select the Brawl button that's
Ooh.
new here. It'll queue you just like any other game.
Oh, yeah.
And with a little luck, we'll end up with a full team. Because I reckon a lot of people are still logging in.
Yeah. Well, we still have 1.5 minutes to fill. So it's a matchmaking, just like regular old matchmaking. Does it take your
I don't
regular
know.
Awesomenaut skill into account?
Oh,
It probably does.
I'm not sure, but I'd assume it would.
Yeah,
But I think
it's got to start somewhere.
Oh,
Ah,
Kuhn just whispered something into our script.
non-existent earpieces.
There's actually something that I don't think we showed off last week, which is canceling daily missions.
Right.
One of the missions that we showed off last week was
Look. There's buttons.
playing where the game challenges you to play random knots, and some people said I just don't want to do that.
Right.
Too bad. It's a surprising amount of fun. But you can cancel that quest, and it'll mean you get a new one, as
Yep.
far as I know. You just click it.
Pew.
It asks you, are you absolutely sure? And if you say yes, then you'll just get a new one. Which in this case...
Play
oh yeah,
three
play
on-
3. I actually like that. And
we
you
got
can,
the random,
You
yeah.
can cancel one every day, as far as I know.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see and hear all about it once the beta goes live and everybody starts interacting with the system. We're about
So-
to go in. Pew.
There we go.
Yeah.
So this is the Brawl menu. We need
Oh,
to
yeah,
pick
Disney.
a female knot. What's your favorite Penny?
I'm alright with Penny.
I'd probably say the same, but
I'm well, it's either Penny or Raylan. Raylan is very, very safe. But I like Penny more because she can get into the action more. I see. We didn't have a full game, so I guess the bot will have to pick from one of the ladies as well, huh?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think so.
I'd expect it would, but we'll have to see.
You didn't design this mod, huh?
No.
Well, I QA'd it earlier today, and I think the bots are all female as well.
That's
But
cool.
the AI is pretty good with both Coco and Raylan, I believe. And Ayla bot is also pretty competent. But
Here we
have
go.
a human Ayla in our team already, so we'll see. Oh yeah, the enemy team is all filled with humans. We'll have to see. So we'll have a Raylan, a Coco, and an Ayla up against Penny. Ayla and Coco.
It's gonna be an interesting match. I think this is gonna go into the Ronimo did not win on stream column,
Well,
but we're gonna try.
I can blame the bot now, right? So
Yeah,
it's not as bad as.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, well,
It's actually you just picked one of my favorite upgrades in the game.
oh, the gun.
Yeah, the gun.
There's been people have been wanting to have it nerfed, actually.
That might be why it's one of my favorites, but
Maybe
it's surprisingly effective.
It is. I like it a lot too, but it was kind of weak. Nobody picked it earlier, and a couple months later, or a couple of months ago, I changed it so that the impact of the bullets is area of effect, so you can actually use it in pushing. Because the problem was it used to be kind of a nerf when it comes to hitting droids, because you can only hit one droid at a time when you switch the gun. And this is no longer the case. I guess I should have supported.
Ooh, nice.
Should have. Oh. What? Ooh. Well, I guess.
Something happened.
I know what that is, but it's kind of lame because on my screen I was.
That's unlucky.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's just the way things work across the internet, you know. So what other upgrades do you like? I guess you get some shoes because this is a big map.
Shoes are nice. My favorite thing to do with Penny is just taking pot shots at turrets, at people, and then infinity jumping away.
Yeah,
Until
she's pretty
everyone
good at
gets so
that.
frustrated they just end up chasing me all over the map. And I think that's fun.
Oh no!
There's actually something else we should
My
probably talk
teammate.
about, because it's a change that we've highlighted in the past that actually accidentally made it into a beta a little while ago. It has to do with
Yep.
pre-visualizations for skills that you're gonna do.
Yep.
It means
Actually, on this character I'm playing right now, it's not implemented. funnily enough. So I can't demo it right now.
But it's something we can show a little later. In 4.4, to help players get a better idea of the range of their skills or their abilities, we're making an optional feature that if you press the button, rather than immediately casting your skill, it'll show you the exact range of that ability. And it'll cast when you release it.
Yep. Think deadlift lunge.
Exactly, and if you disable this feature, it'll just stay exactly the way it is. And this is definitely going to help new players get a better idea of what their skill does.
Well, actually, I think if you disable it, this feature, it will change.
Does it change how existing character visualizations work?
Yeah.
Like Lone Star and that?
No. So all the skills that have charges on them, like Lone Star and Raylan. Sorry, I try to not die in their kills, but whoops. Oh, my aim is totally off. Oh no, surrounded by 3 ladies. Yeah, so skills that have a charge mechanic, like Lone Star and Raylan, they will remain exactly the same as they were before, but stuff like Deadlift's Lunge and Commander Rocket's aiming for the laser trap, they will now change based on that.
Right. Same for Ted's airstrike?
Sensible investment.
Let's chalk that as a maybe. In the meantime,
oh wait.
In the meanwhile, it's raffle time. Doot 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 doot. I don't know. We used to have a horn here. There are sorry. Moving on. There are 5. I'm sorry, Goon. Goon gets this all week. You only get it 1 hour a week. There are 5 winners that all win a Shinobi Rocco skin, I believe, and one of these lucky folks is gonna win a Rogue Scoop that they can use to make all their friends jealous.
Yep.
And the winners are Mandrew 340, Cyron 64, Hashi 953, Salty Nuts, and Lexi Rhodes. And the lucky winner who's gonna make all his friends jealous is Mandrew 340. Ah, that's good. Kun said that's correct. So obviously this is nice. Kun is gonna send out messages that contain your keys, and you can get them at twitch.tv/inbox. It might be worth checking out that page because I've heard some people in the past won keys and never actually redeemed them.
Really?
So maybe you didn't win, but you could still get lucky and activate some skins today. And otherwise, in about 15 minutes, we'll have another raffle for, I believe,
Ghost House?
Ghost House Announcer. Thank you. This is gonna go down as the best show ever.
It's fine.
You're fine.
But we were talking about the visualizations for skills. What characters in this match have it? Ayla has it for Evil Eye, probably.
Yep.
Yep.
Coco has it for her Ball Lightning. So Penny doesn't have it yet, but
she will.
She will.
All right.
For both her pounce and her.
Her pulse. That's
pulse.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find that a very difficult thing to get a feeling for. The energy pulse, I'm never really sure what the range on that is. So this is gonna help me. And then there's also a huge array of balance changes, right?
Yep.
I printed out the patch notes and I gave them to you. Can you give it back to me so I can have a quick look? The patch notes are on the forums, by the way, if you want to read through it yourself. But let's see what we get. There's some changes to Aguillon. The glass platforms in front of the bottom turrets, I believe.
Yep.
Now everyone can jump to the hide area in front of turrets in the bottom lane, right?
Yep.
Which characters were unable to do that in the past?
There's like Ted, Ayla actually, although she could of course toggle her flight. And a couple others, Raylan, I think. And I don't know. I don't know them all by heart.
All right. Well, it's gonna make navigation a little easier in the bottom lane.
Yep,
Make it a little less of a death trap.
Yep.
In many cases. There's some changes to Rocket, which is, I believe, generally agreed to be a little on the strong side right
Still,
now.
Yes.
He's had some nerfs in the past. You're making him a little bit slower. Base speed reduced by 7%.
Yep.
Projectile collision.
Yeah. So a new feature that is also in 4.4 is that projectiles can now have a different
Collision? Blocks?
collision. Yes. Missed.
Nice.
Yeah, he's playing very try hard, trying to humiliate me on stream.
But
Sorry.
projectiles can have different collision sizes for...
Compared to enemies and walls. So it used to be the thing that if a bullet has a collision size, that is its collision size for everything. And in some cases, like Scoldier's fist in particular, it was kind of lame because the fist would very often hit the ceiling, whereas you were when you try to fight people who are close to the ceiling. And yeah, that's
nice.
And that was unintentional in many cases, so it felt very wonky. And there's also other situations where, you know, the missile you're shooting is so close to what you're actually trying to hit, but due to a wall being in the way.
So in most cases, this is going to result in abilities feeling much more solid when brawling with people. When they're also near to a ceiling or a small object, or the wall.
Exactly, that's the
good.
intention. And so I've changed a bunch of projectiles, their settings, with regards to this effect. So yeah, let me know what you guys think.
If you want to share your thoughts on anything that's in the beta, the best place for that is probably the official Awesomenauts beta forum, which you can find on awesomenauts.com/forum, and there's a whole bunch of subsections to that. But obviously, the beta is the one you want.
Yeah, in the beta subforum, you can also find how to get into the beta, which is very useful.
Let's see what else we got on Rocket. Box of Serene cigars. Split into 2 stages. That's the upgrade that adds bullets to the to the trap, I believe.
To the rotating trap of Commander Rocket.
Does that also mean it does less damage overall, or is this purely splitting an existing upgrade?
It does less damage overall as well.
Okay. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be happy to hear that.
Yeah, and I also did some nerfs to X as well.
Let's see. Psionic Bond. Maximum enemy tether length reduced by 20%. That means it'll break sooner if you get bonded and the player runs away.
Yep. So you'll have to stick closer to your enemy if you want to swap with him.
Huh.
Which is very nice.
And this doesn't apply to linking with your allies?
No, it's for enemies only. So that so what we try to do is make X a little less aggressive and a little better fitting to his supporting role. and we try to do that with these kind of changes. So enemy focused.
Okay. And swap time has been reduced to by about 25%.
Yep.
So that means that once you swap, you're back in the action a little sooner.
Yeah. So the swapping is mostly, I mean, the whole time is set up for it to be a visual of what's going on, but in order to in order to show people what is going on, where they're going to, we need a swapping animation. But at the same time, because you're invincible during that swap, it's also, you know, it's just very useful for X to have that invincibility window.
Mm-hmm. And it's a really powerful CC in a way.
Yep, definitely. Oh no.
And there's some other changes to X as well. But to his auto attack, or
yep. Oh, another thing I really like is Rocco. Rocco's upgrade has been one of Rocco's upgrades has been changed quite significantly.
Where is Rocco?
Oh no.
Please, there he is. It's actually his only change. And you wrote, drawing speed is hardly a problem for Rocco, so the Birdsey Donuts upgrade is very unpopular. It also makes lob shots harder to pull off, which are a popular way of making arrow shots harder to dodge. And it changes Birdsey's Donuts now reduces the cooldown of Vengeance by 2 seconds for hitting a precision shot.
Yep.
And extends Vengeance by 1 second if it's active. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, so yeah, hitting a precision shot can now reduce your cooldown of Vengeance by quite a nice chunk, and cooldown on Vengeance is one of his weak spots for sure. Vengeance is a great brawling tool, and any good Rocco will tell you, you know, you gotta spend as much time in Vengeance as possible if you're near your enemies, for sure.
Pro tips right here.
Well,
I think one of the coolest, one thing I really like about Rocco is as you get better with him, you'll learn how to extend Vengeance and get better at that.
Yep.
Because the more you hit people with it, the longer Vengeance stays active. And that'll turn a powerful ability into a really, really... Live, Jasper!
I'm trying, but, you know.
Damn jukes! Nice.
I lived.
Moving on. Sentry teleport beacon. Explosion radius increased by 25%.
Yep. It was nerfed recently, and due to some other changes to upgrades, this is no longer necessary. So, yeah, I reverted it.
Nice. Let's see what else we got.
Couldn't escape that one. Maybe I could have.
Raylan's got an interesting one. Receding ponytail.
Oh yeah.
Which has a great icon. It now does landing a proto blaster shot, which is your auto attack.
Right.
On an Awesomenaut speeds up snipe cooldown by 30% for 1 second.
Yep. Yeah. This was recently introduced on Rocket. He has an upgrade that if you I don't even know the circumstance by now because most of my mind is occupied by this game. But it's an upgrade that makes under specific circumstances makes your skills recharge faster.
Right.
And that's exactly what this does as well.
Nice dodge.
Well, it wasn't really a dodge, more of a miss on their part. But, hey, I'll take it. And she died for it too.
But this is gonna allow, so that change to Raylan is gonna allow her to get snipe back up.
Yeah. So whenever you're hitting someone, you'll see a little icon above your head, and when you see that icon, your cooldowns are actually, or your cooldown on snipe is actually faster than it normally is, and yeah, that will allow you to get your snipe back faster, which is very nice.
And you need to be brawling for this because you need to be hitting Awesomenauts.
Yep. It also
so it basically allows you to finish off escaping enemies. So you brawl them down. Once they escape, your snipe should be back up.
Yep.
And you can finish them off.
That's the idea.
Nice.
And I mean, the upgrade's intention is also to get people to hit people more instead of staying behind a turret and waiting until their skills are back up. And additionally, it replaces a relatively boring damage upgrade, which existed with words.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for distracting you.
Oh well.
But you wrote so many patch notes. For people who just tuned in, it might be interesting to mention what people are actually looking at because this might look like a regular Awesomenaut match, but it's actually a new feature called Brawl that we now have in beta. This is a girls-only match of Awesomenauts, where it's actually it's playthrough matchmaking, and anyone who comes in is only able to pick female characters.
Yep.
And that's why we have teams of Ayla, Coco, and Raylan facing off against Penny, Ayla, and Coco. How does this change the game actually? Are there any particular roles that you're not really able to pick in this girls-only mode?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, most of the ladies of Awesomenauts are fast and kind of brawly, and there are, as far as I know, no real support women.
Yeah, that's fair. So it's more aggressive, maybe, than a regular match. Nice. Actually, I see we got 2 questions in. Can you tell us another Brawl idea? I think we have about 6 lined up, 5 or 6 lined up for the beta. But I can tell you one of them is a Rocco-only shootout on a very small map with damage turned up to about 300% of the regular.
Yep.
Spoiler alert, you're dying a lot, but it's a lot of fun to shoot your arrows across the map because it's such a small map, and it's basically an instant kill.
Yep. Almost.
Almost.
So you still have to land some AAs.
But it's still a team game. And everyone's going to be spamming arrows.
Yep.
So that shouldn't be too much of a problem. And the other question is quests for drop parts when? I'll let the grammar on that one slide, but the question. Sorry. The main question is, I think some people feel like they're not getting enough dropout parts. Have you thought about this?
Oh yeah. Well,
have you considered it?
It's something that was still. I mean, we're launching with awesome points only, but it's definitely something that will be added at some point. I'm pretty sure.
Cool.
Although no guarantees, obviously, but I think it's very likely that we'll see that in the future.
And this is just, obviously this is just the beta, but even when it goes live in a couple of weeks, that's just going to be the first iteration of daily quests.
Yep.
So you can expect to see more coming on this, see more changes, see improvements, because that's how we usually work. So yeah, that could be coming. And it seems to be raffle time.
Sensible investment.
And
Oh yeah.
Kuhn has actually picked some winners. So it's raffle tight.
Our Kokobot
Do we
is
want to stall this?
Sure.
A little bit. Okay, we're gonna stall this a little bit.
Stall it like you mean it.
I'm gonna stall this for a minute.
Oh.
The match is currently, there are no turrets left. The red base is open. There are 3 red players in your base. Are you gonna win this?
Seems very unlikely. I don't know.
You're not dead? Get back in there.
Thank you. Show me boss.
Or get into their base.
Again.
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 Foiled again.
So close to the wall.
Alright, well that was about something for 30 seconds, but hey.
You tried.
I tried. Let's go. The 5 people who want a Ghost House announcer are Woo _ Newcastle M Hull, Alucard Dracula, Omaster 2304, and Burgleman. Burgleman is also the lucky winner of a Robe Scoop skin, which is probably one of the coolest skins out there.
Yep.
It's not as cool as Party Boy McPain, but it's up there.
Yeah, I mean its rareness makes it cool, right?
Absolutely. Congratulations, people who've won the Ghost House announcer or the Robe Scoop here can get their keys at twitch.tv/inbox. Ooh, you might actually win this.
I might.
Hold that left mouse button down. Nice. Kudos.
Thanks, guys.
Truth be told, I didn't expect you to win.
No, but well, I mean, we had a Cocobot, which is always kind of a liability, and I myself haven't played Penny for a while. I've been practicing Ted recently.
Cocopod actually did pretty well.
Yeah, Cocobot did really well, but I mostly owe it to Schreider. Thank you so much. Great job for carrying us. Look at all these crowns, man. He's got them all.
He's got all the crowns.
He's crazy.
Nice. You may have won the very first public Awesomenauts Brawl. Congratulations, Strider.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Oh, another thing I should mention about Brawls. I think all the Brawls are based on mods.
Mm-hmm.
And the mods are actually should be playable in public.
I think so.
Afterwards, so if if one of the Brawls that comes out tickles your fancy, you can just look it up in the Steam Workshop, find the relevant mod, and install that, and play that mod whenever you want.
But it won't count for your weekly brawls,
No,
or it won't
no.
give you rewards. So
It's it will be a custom game, but yeah.
yeah, you should
Oh, yeah.
you should go into the armory to show off the skill visualization.
I guess
This
not
looks
one.
legit.
This looks beta. Oh yeah. Interesting. Let's give us a good example. Well, I know that Swiggins has them for both skills.
Nice.
Which is interesting. Yeah, I wonder how this is gonna develop, because you know, having this setting on, it's this one. It still needs some text to it, but having this setting on makes it so that if I hold down the button, you'll see where I'm going to shoot my anchor.
This is for your leap, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Now I pulled out my ankle right away, but I'll show it's on the other skill as well. Never mind. Come back one. Ow. See?
All right.
This one has an arc to it.
Nice.
And yeah, in slow situations, it makes landing skills a little easier. But you know, in tight do or die kind of situations, it makes skills just a little bit slower. So my expectation is that a lot of the higher level players will probably turn it off, you know, as quickly as they can. But especially for newcomers who have no idea how far certain skills reach and that kind of stuff, it's really nice.
And it might help, even if you're a veteran player, but just want to try out a character that you're not too experienced with.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Just turn it back on.
I would assume that, yeah.
Because in many cases it'll help you, and if you just tap the button, you'll hardly notice the difference.
Yep.
That will basically give you a 1 frame delay.
Yep. There's a 1 frame delay, and you know, I don't know. Let's just try and straight up hook the guy old school.
Nice.
As you can see, the tiny frame did make a little difference, but ooh, you see that?
Run! Clunkbot has always been
One of the scariest.
one of the scariest.
For sure.
Actually, there's some more questions.
Oh, really?
Brawls also include custom maps.
Yep.
So basically, yeah, we've lined some brawls up that do have a different map, and you'll be able to download that just like regular mods. So yeah.
Yep.
What else have we got? Do brawls affect leaderboard rating? I think not. I think it's a separate thing.
Matchmaking. Well, yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure if it affects your leaderboard rating, but I would expect it does take your leaderboard rating into account when matchmaking.
Yep.
And there's also another question by Pixelhead about why more snipe cooldown when brawling? Or that's basically what it boils down to. People don't spam snipe anyway.
Why more snipe cooldown? Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well, if you're up close and personal, your snipe isn't that useful anyway, so it's not directly that strong. Oh, and also, you've got to hit Awesomenauts with it. It doesn't work on creep, so you can't just farm or just snipe, farm some creeps, snipe all day, every day. You actually have to go out and fight Awesomenauts and take some risk, and as a reward, you'll get more snipes.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, we'll have to see. The value currently is pretty high, so I expect that to change. But on the other hand, the damage upgrade that it replaces was kind of boring in a way. So
That's fair.
I think this is pretty interesting.
And as always, this is just a beta change.
Yeah, of course.
If you don't like it, let us know on the forums. And we can actually take that feedback into account and consider it.
Yep.
That's what we've done in the past that we'll keep doing.
Yep.
Let's see, some other things in the patch notes. Sorry?
Yeah, no, I'm going to just show off some more aiming pre-visualizations.
Is the range really that huge? Nice.
Yes. It's generally pretty accurate as well. Especially for shooting abilities, it generates the visual just by calculating the trajectory the bullet would fly and limit it that way. Kuhn has also been hard at work at making these visuals look cool and different per class and fitting to the skill. For instance, for Coco, it's this thing.
Neat.
How and so the whole setting and the whole feature is a work in progress. So it's still being iterated upon and improved, of course. There are some unlikely candidates or candidates that you might not have thought of in the first place, like Clunk's Bite, where you can hold down the. It's not in this beta, but you will be able to hold down the bite button, and you'll see basically some kind of maw that represents where you're gonna bite your opponents, and I think it's very cool.
Does Max have any?
Yep, I can show you.
Kuhn also just reminded us what you just saw for Coco, the orb at the end of the trajectory is its actual blast range.
Yep. Yep. That's very. Max doesn't have a custom one yet, so this is just the standard. But I'm holding down the right mouse button now for the Soon Illumination skill.
Right.
The other skill doesn't have it yet, so it just shoots straight up. But
it'll also get one.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's my intention to do them for every skill where it makes sense.
There's a whole bunch.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch. I like the Nips one too. Yeah, that was pretty cool too. That makes it really nice in exactly placing your teleport like ball. You can.
Oh, nice.
You can see that it's gonna bounce like that, which is very, very nice.
Does Fire Breath have one?
Nope. It's just blah. Blah. Also because you can change the direction mid skill, so it's kind of
Right.
it's not a singular.
All right.
All right.
One thing that we've not talked about that's also included in beta
Mm-hmm.
is a whole bunch of changes to modding.
All right.
We had Joost show it off last week,
Mm-hmm.
but might be interesting to know for players. Modders are now able to add particles to a map or create their own sets of particles, which is going to allow them to make a lot of cool visual effects.
Yep.
Many of the things that are used on skills or in the maps have been created using particles, and now those tools are available to modders as well.
Yep.
Modders can also override turret settings to make them shoot faster or make them shoot specific types of bullets like Derpal nukes if you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I'm just installing one of the brawls as a mod.
That was quite the curveball. Sorry. You can override turret settings, make them shoot different types of bullets, which is cool. You can even make turrets, or you can also override their damage settings, and make them do negative damage, which heals targets.
Yep.
And there are a lot of cool small tweaks to modding that Joost has done over the past couple of weeks that are making it into this patch. So as we go along, the modding features just keep expanding, and we started out I think in February with the workshop support.
Mm-hmm.
Saw a lot of cool maps,
Yep.
and they just keep getting more awesome. Another question from Crafted Nightmares: is there a way to submit maps for these brawls? Right now, we're not.
There's not an official.
We're not queuing up any user-made mods, but that's something that we would be open to consider at the very least in the future.
Yeah.
I think there are a lot of awesome maps for that.
Yep.
Or awesome game modes. So maybe at one point in the future.
Yep. I wonder what this map is called, actually. Do you know? Oh, there's two of them.
Isn't it the Serona or Ribbit Outpost?
Yeah, let's look at that. Keep talking.
There we go, Ribbit Outpost. We're just gonna show off a new map type, or one of the brawls that will come up soonish, called Tip Top. And as I mentioned, it's a brawl that includes Rocco,
Yep.
a whole bunch of arrows, 300% damage, and a very small map.
Yep. This is one of the examples of. I mean, so the girl power is a lot of fun, but in many ways it's kind of traditional.
It's very close to the regular game.
Yeah, and of course, when launching a brawl, we also got to take into account what characters are part of the rotation, so that players can actually play the brawl. And in that sense, you will also only see this mode when Rocco is free, I think. Yeah, it's it's more of a I can now pick the best Rocco, as everybody does.
Nice.
And this mode has a very strict character selection, different settings, different map, and in that sense, it takes the whole concept of Brawl a little bit further than the girl power. And we're planning to release Brawls all across the spectrum. And yeah, it might be fun to do like a contest with.
Bam! There we go.
Oh, right.
Also, you
died.
die if you do that.
Yeah, there's a hole in the bottom.
So welcome to the Ribbit Outpost. As you may or may not be aware, Ribbit 4 is actually a planet that's almost entirely covered by one massive city. And there's a very small nature reserve in which unfortunately a lot of solar was found, and that's why Ribbit 4 is actually a swamp, because it's in a nature reserve. And this is an outpost there, high above the trees or whatever. So if you fall down, it's a long way down. And if you look in the background, without getting shot, if you go, there's a solar boss on the other platform. So this is also one of the very few safe outposts.
Oh yeah. Solar boss keeps an eye on things. As he tends to do.
That's his outpost. By Craft or by
Bye. Oh no.
By Jasper. This mode is, I think, a lot of fun.
Actually,
It's pretty crazy. And if you play this a couple of times, you'll notice it's actually a whole bunch of tactics to it.
Yep.
We played this a couple matches back to back in our office, and what started out as a just run, keep left mouse button down, and shoot arrows when you can, it'll turn out into a really cool
Little game of its own.
Yeah, baiting enemies, trying to catch them as they go through teleporters, that sort of stuff.
And I think this is not actually the latest version of this map.
It's not the final version, at the
No.
very least. We're gonna do some visual updates to some of the Brawl maps before the update goes live. But this should be, at least in terms of gameplay, very close to final.
Yep.
But again, if you have feedback on this Brawl or other ones, let us know.
Oh no. I jumped right into that one. Sometimes you just know, and it doesn't matter anymore.
It doesn't matter anymore.
Well, I mean, you can't, there's no amount of air control that can save you.
Oh, yeah.
You know, sometimes. Oh.
Nice.
F.
Can you get upgrades?
Nope.
Because you
No
have a
shop
lot of
here.
money.
I do. Nope. Upgrades are not part of this, bro.
Right.
But yeah, the cool thing about this is it also makes use of a relatively new setting where classes can be limited within a map, which is relatively new as well.
I think we added that in 4.3.
Yep. And it was a great fit for this mode, for the entire Brawl aspect.
Yeah, a lot of Brawls use that feature.
And I think the idea of using user-made mods for Brawls does make a lot of sense. We might do a contest in the future of some sort. That'd be really cool. There's a lot of room there, because basically the Brawls use the mods to make sure that everybody has the game mode.
Yeah, we should probably sit down soonish to see if we want to do that and how, because it sounds like a cool idea.
Yeah.
Kun, what do you think? Would that be cool?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Also,
Raffle time?
hello?
Wait, what?
Wait.
Is your phone telling you it's raffle time?
It's
Nice.
raffle time!
The raffle called?
Raffle called It's Sight!
Yes, excellent.
God.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that was so bad.
Let's do one more round.
Mein Gott.
Yeah. I don't know. Today is not a good day. But it is a good day for 5 people because they've won a Arpal skin. Thank you, Kun.
So smooth.
Nice. Congratulations to Torchfire 4099 Zebra Pig. What kind of sound does that make? Chloriostro and Hado Fatality. Congratulations. Fatality! You all won a Arpal skin.
No.
And Torchfire won a Roboscoop. Kun is going to send you your keys soonish, and you'll be able to get them at twitch.tv/inbox. Congratulations to the honor winners as well. That was the last raffle for today. Sorry, Yappy. I know you never win.
Aw.
Maybe next week. Or maybe, actually, we should probably cover that now. Next week, there won't be any raffle sites because we're taking a little break from the Streamisho next week, and we'll be back in 2 weeks.
Yes.
But in the meantime, we'll be sharing a lot of the brawls during the beta. We'd like to hear your feedback on that. We just won't be discussing it on the Streamisho next week.
Yep.
We'll be back in 2 weeks, and beyond that, we'll be doing the Streamisho once every 2 weeks.
Yes.
Just to make sure that we have a lot of cool stuff to
content.
cover in every show, rather than spreading out a lot of the details across multiple shows.
Yep. I mean, there's a... Oh, snap.
Nice. You were gonna say?
Yeah, there's... I mean, we've been doing the show every week, but in some cases it just isn't... It doesn't really make sense because there's not a lot of content, and it takes us away from actually building and working on the game.
We can do a lot more cool stuff on Wednesdays if we didn't have to do the stream.
Yes.
But we'll keep you updated on what we're working on, just not in this format.
Yep.
And there's still going to be a show every 2 weeks, with more reveals than before, because we do have a lot of cool stuff coming out.
Yep.
Between now and the end of the year, actually. 4.4 is not going to be the last one this year.
Nope. What?
Spoiler alert! There's going to be more stuff.
There's more updates always.
So yeah, sorry Yappy, you didn't win a Robe Script this week. Maybe in 2 weeks.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe if you'll rig it. rig
If you
real
raffle the site?
good. Maybe. Who knows what will happen?
It's not Friday yet, Robin.
I don't know. So yeah. And seeing as more updates are coming up,
Oh no.
we're actually doing a lot of cool stuff. More stuff on Awesomenauts. But more on that soon. First, there's 4.4.
Soon TM.
Soon TM. So this game goes up to 50, which actually doesn't take that long.
Nope. Surprisingly, we're already at halfway. Oh no.
In about 2 minutes. You're going 2-9,
Yep.
Jasper. That's not your best work.
No, last round I was positive. But, my assist number is still pretty good, I guess.
It is.
And there,
Nice.
2 more kills.
Ooh, nice catch. For some reason, you mentioned earlier, at some point you just know it's going to hit you.
Yep.
And there's no amount of air control is going to save that. For some reason, I still instinctively sometimes try and catch glowy stuff flowing through my screen.
Yeah.
And that's the point where I realize, that's narrow. That's going to kill me.
Yep. Oh no.
But yeah, I'm not the best player.
Alright.
Holy Ghost is dishing it out. Oh, it's getting closer.
Slowly.
Ooh. You can still do it.
Oh no. Gotta hit some arrows to do it, huh?
Oh, one more. And you're good. Ah.
Good job, Auto Fresher. Good job, Team Blue.
Well done.
Well done. I think that rounds it up for this week.
Yep.
Do you have a summary for us, Robin?
Awesomenauts 4.4 is in beta right now. You can play it. If you play Awesomenauts, you can play the open beta. Info on how to get it is on the forums.
I discovered a beta bug right here.
Don't.
It happens.
It happens. The beta has some bugs. That's what the beta's for. Let us know about it on the forums and we'll fix it. The beta contains brawls. Every 2 days, there's going to be a new brawl.
Yep.
Once the update goes live, there will be a new brawl every Thursday. And it'll run all the way through Sunday. On top of that, the beta also contains daily missions, which encourage you to play different aspects of the game. They couldn't turn the screen away. That's fine.
Yeah. People can't see me highlighting the missions in the main menu because...
Damn it!
There's
But there's daily missions in the beta. The rewards you get from that will actually carry over to live, so they give you awesome points, which is nice.
Yep.
There's new life tiles in the menu. They highlight different accomplishments or things you still have to unlock or things that are available to you. And there's a whole bunch of balance tweaks.
Yep.
More on that on the forums. It's about... when I printed it out, it was 5 pages, and I know you've been adding some stuff later.
Yeah, well...
so there's more than 5 pages worth of balance tweaks. Your favorite character is probably affected.
Yep.
So go and check it out and let us know what you think, because feedback on that really helps us out.
Right.
And we shouldn't forget to mention, in the beta, there's also visualizations to show you the range of skills.
Yep.
That's a feature that we're mainly adding to help new players, but we think can also benefit experienced players playing characters that are not their main.
Right. So yeah.
And that covers it for Cirque du Brawl.
Cirque du Brawl.
Cirque du Brawl is one of our finest names in a while.
Finest patch names.
We always do a meeting a couple of weeks
I'm
before
so
a game goes, before an update goes into beta. This meeting took us about 3 minutes. It was, what name should we do? Cirque du Brawl is fine. All in favor, yes. We're done.
Yes.
So that's in beta right now. And that's it. One last thing to mention is probably we won't be here next week. We'll be back in 2 weeks. But the beta is obviously still getting updated. So keep checking that out. Come back to it regularly because there will be a new Brawl. And that said,
that was it.
See you in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye-bye.